The Tories and their British Bill of Rights is set to replace the European Convention on Human Rights, despite the government saying they'll keep that as well. Well, in that case, why do we need your Bill of Rights? How stupid do you think we all are? And as if you needed any confirmation further of how stupid and indeed how much of a con this Bill of Rights actually is, at the forefront of the whole thing is Dominic Raab, that well-known lover of human rights.
I don't support the Human Rights Act, and I don't believe in economic and social rights.
He's a Tory and he doesn't believe in human rights, nor in social or economic rights. In other words, disabled people or victims of domestic violence, for example, or your right to any form of government support whatsoever, being eroded as it is, his words there. In any normal country, such a person would never have been elected, never mind repeatedly re-elected. Fundamentally, though, this is another example of the rancid Tories having been stopped from doing something despicable by international law, wanting to rewrite things to get their own way. Boris Johnson's premiership has been marked by time and again having been told no by somebody. Things have been changed, laws have been altered, because how dare anyone tell him he can't do something? This is a guy who once said his ambition was to be world king. He simply isn't somebody who accepts that he has to do what somebody else tells him. It's a massive character flaw, and it's followed him his whole life. But as such, when the ICHR stepped in to block deportations to Rwanda, the Tories imploded. How dare they? It doesn't matter that Johnson's hero, Winston Churchill, was instrumental in bringing the Human Rights Convention into existence. It doesn't matter that Johnson's own grandfather was one of the lawyers who drew it up. It doesn't matter that the convention is something this country, as a source of pride, played a huge part in creating. It must be discarded because of Tory bruised egos. For the sake of their snowflake dispositions, though, they're willing to once more not only damage our international reputation, but some serious pieces of legislation in place for years, such as the Good Friday Agreement that brought peace to Northern Ireland. The Human Rights Act protects us from injustices and abuses of power in all forms. It protects our rights to life, our right to sexual identity, the right to marry and have a family, to be protected from slavery or torture. You get the gist. It protects us from those in power using it to directly harm us or others. It absolutely must be maintained and remain in place. This Bill of Rights is a direct threat to us all, not just refugees facing deportation. We cannot let this happen.